If you deliberately miss any fast during the divinely directed month of Ramadan, you must pay kaffarah as compensation. When literally translated from Arabic, kaffarah is a general term which means what is paid to redress an imbalance or to compensate for commissioning a sinful act, that is a kind of punishment or penalty. Kaffarah can be paid for many different sins. Yet, during Ramadan, it is a payment made when there has been a deliberate and completely avoidable failure to partake in a Muslim's religious obligations. In the holy month of Ramadan, it is the obligation of every able Muslim to abstain from food and drink between the hours of sunrise and sunset. This comes to an end with the celebration of Eid al-Fitr. If a fast is missed or broken because it is unavoidable, fidya must be paid. Deliberately breaking a fast for any other reason means that a Muslim must pay kaffarah to stay holy and righteous in the eyes of Allah. In cases of breaking the fast deliberately, there are three possible things a Muslim can do to pay kaffarah. These are: free a Muslim locked in the bounds of slavery, fast for 2 consecutive months, or pay to feed 60 people. A fast can be broken or made invalid by intentionally eating or drinking during fasting hours, sexual intercourse or masturbation during fasting, intentionally making yourself throw up, planning or intending to deliberately miss a fast, and deliberately hurting yourself or any other person or animal. One is required to feed 60 poor people for a missed fast or broken deliberately. Based on the calculation, it costs £5 to provide one meal for one person. A kaffarah payment costs £300. This is the cost paid for breaking a single fast. There is no specific time by which kaffarah must be paid. However, the expectation is that it should be paid as soon as possible. Failing to fast during Ramadan without good reason is a serious dereliction of a divinely directed duty and should not be treated lightly or without reverence. Ideally, you should pay kaffarah before the end of Ramadan. There is no way to eliminate kaffarah except by paying it. It will persist until it is paid, and it cannot be dealt with by any means other than the three mentioned. A single payment of kaffarah is enough to cover several missed fasts. However, it is not in the spirit of Ramadan or Islam to take advantage of this. A simple enough reason for the payment of kaffarah is that it is a commandment by Allah through the scriptures. Defiance of such is a sin, and it is the duty of every Muslim to attempt to lead a life as free from sins as possible. Another reason is that Ramzan is a special and righteous dictation in the Islamic calendar. It is a time that reminds us of the importance of charity, generosity, and the spirit of giving. It is the time of the month that reminds us all we have is ultimately a temporary gift from our Creator. Therefore, it is only apt and right that if we fail in our obedience to His commandments, our recompense should come in the form of giving. Kaffarah reminds us that we have duties both to Allah in the form of obedience and submission, the literal meaning of the word Islam, and also duties to one another. This allows us to move ourselves to heights of holiness and righteousness, just as we are commanded to.